The best thing, everyone, about James speaking Spanish is it's not only does he like, sí, venga, when he hits a good shot, he'll say it like quietly to himself and to me. He'll be like, vamos, vamos, like before he serves. I'm just like, well, what is happening right now? What has happened to my
The only way.
boyfriend?
Okay. Welcome to the James Ignatowich Show. We have Anna Bright on for at least the fourth time. I'm having a tough time getting extra guests, and she's just, she's willing to fill in. So thank you for coming on. We had a great tournament in North Carolina. We got fifth place. Anna also got to the semifinals with her friend from college, Vivian Glozman. So thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. I just want to tell everyone, for once, we are not in the same apartment, so I feel more like a real guest because we're actually Zooming.
Yeah, well,
James
we're always
FaceTime
Zooming.
me. This is the only way.
Yeah, we're always Zooming technically, but Anna's actually in some other state that I don't even know of because
Washington, D.C., which is not a state.
Okay, see what I'm saying? I didn't even know the state. So that's where she is. She's doing some sort of YOLA. Who knows? We don't want to talk about YOLA on this podcast.
Yeah, we do.
Selkirk
I'm doing
podcast.
some media with Yola the next
Jula.
couple of days. Yola. And on Saturday, I'm doing a super fun event with the Arlington Iron Paddles, myself and Brooke Buckner. And I think Ben Johns will be present as well. They're going to play against some 5-0s who think they can take us on. And
Okay, that's enough YOLA talk. Anyways.
Oh my word.
We've talked enough about YOLA. If we talked more about
We've talked enough about you.
Selkirk wouldn't even air this if we talked any more about YOLA. And we want this to get aired. I mean, come on, guys. This is important. So we're going to move on to some other things, paddle companies that are better, like Selkirk. Anna and I, speaking of Selkirk, Anna and I have decided to start running clinics and camps around the United States. This is big news for everybody because I love to teach. I've taught tennis. I taught tennis for so long, years. I taught pickleball for at least a few weeks. So I'm ready to teach big camps and clinics. And so is Anna. Anna obviously is super easy to learn from. She's taught me things ranging from how to cook cereal, how to clean, how to unload dishwashers, how to do laundry, all of these things.
How to crack an egg. This man cracked his first egg like last week. I'm not joking.
Yeah, so Anna's a great teacher.
And funny that I didn't even make fun of him until like the next day.
Yeah, I mean, Anna's a great teacher, clearly, because now I'm one of the best egg crackers in the game. Anna had a great weekend with Vivian Glozman. She got to the semifinals, and that was Vivian's like second or third tournament. So a lot of people loved you guys. They thought, there were some people that thought you guys were like related or something. I met Vivian. She's absolutely hilarious. Definitely different in a lot of ways. And tell me about that weekend with Vivian.
Oh, we had a studly day. We had an absolutely studly performance. We made it to the semis, but we did go 2-2, which is kind of funny with how the women's draws are just a little smaller. And we did probably benefit from Etta Wright feeling under the weather. So we beat Shelby Bates and Eva Radzikowska in our second match. We had a good match with them, had a great match against Ale and Catherine. I was actually on the phone with Vivian today, and it was like, dang, like maybe we don't win that match, but we really should have won the second game. We were up 8-2. Had an absolute blast playing with her. Probably the most fun I've ever had playing with a partner, male or female.
Wait a second. What?
Yeah, I said what I said. I meant what I meant. I'm just kidding. No, I have fun with everyone, but Viv was like really special. A lot of nostalgia because we had a lot of fun together in college. We were like besties until she left. It was really sudden, very sad. I cried so much when we found out she was transferring. So much so that my coach was like, you need to come back. You need to like be with the team. You can't like cry by yourself. I was so sad when she transferred. So it was really so fun, and she's going to be so good. She just needs to be, she needs some refinement, dink up the line every now and then, attack a little more, and she'll be total force.
And she was picked up by the Bay Area Breakers of the Challenger League. I was there when Pablo said, so basically, guys, we were playing rec. I was playing some rec at the tournament with Vivian, and Pablo was there, Federico was there, Dylan was there, Anna was there, and Pablo just watches Vivian for like 2 minutes and then says, "Okay, we're gonna pick you up." And Vivian was like, "Really? What?" And then he was like, "See."
He was like, "Are you going to train? Are you going to train like 5 hours a day?" And she was like, "Yeah."
And then they just did it, and Pablo did it. And what do you think about her entry into the Challenger League?
I was pushing the Breakers to choose her a little bit. She's my friend, and they asked me my advice, and I do not think that there was anyone better available at that spot. And I think she was one of the top 2 pickups in all of the Challenger League. So yet again, the Breakers getting lucky, but also I think, hard work leads to luck. And I think they do their homework and their due diligence. And so a total steal for them. It'll be interesting how she does, but I don't see any reason why the Breakers are not in a really good position to three-peat with that pickup.
So I'm going to change the topic, guys, because we like to keep it moving pretty quickly on the
Sorry,
James Ignatowich show.
Really
so
tired.
anyways, today I played with Anna's worst nemesis and podcast co-host, Dylan Frazier. And I was talking to Dylan.
Ew!
And Dylan said to me, by the way, for context, the people need to know this. When Anna and Dylan, so Anna played Division I college tennis at Cal Berkeley. She was one of the top recruits in high school. She played.
You can look me up, number 2.
Yeah, and then she went on to play 6 at Cal Berkeley, which is interesting.
Oh my God. No,
anyway,
I played 1 and 2 my freshman year.
Ended at 6, and you can look that up.
5 and 6.
So anyway, she was a solid player in college. She was a middling solid player.
God.
And then Dylan.
I was good.
Dylan never played tennis.
I was a role player.
Dylan has never picked up a tennis racket until a year ago. Dylan Frazier, everyone. This is one of the most athletic, maybe the greatest athletic feat I have ever known. And I want you guys to listen closely. Dylan hadn't picked up a tennis racket until the age of 18 or 19. He played pickleball starting at, he says 14, maybe like 11. He played a lot of pickleball. Dylan and Anna played a set of tennis. Tennis, guys, not pickleball, tennis. And Dylan, who I had played with a little, hit some balls with him. It was impressive how good he was. I just was like, wow, Dylan is a freak athlete with how good he is. Dylan beat Anna in tennis 6-0. And I mean, I was just absolutely
I've had enough of this.
shocked. So I just want you guys to know, I want Anna to talk about it because I was really impressed and really shocked and confused.
I think everyone was shocked. I still tell people that happened and they think I'm joking. They think there's literally no way. But I'm like, there is a way. And it's you're talking about how good Dylan is, and it's true. Dylan is really good, but I don't think people can comprehend and understand how bad that I was, right? Like, I think the only way to possibly understand is to go on YouTube and search for like Zayn Navratil's YouTube video of him playing tennis for the first time in 5 years. And then I think you can kind of understand the kind of level I was bringing. Okay. I couldn't make a forehand. I made probably 2 forehands the entire set. If Dylan found my forehand, it was literally over. James has seen me play tennis. I've played like 3 or 4 times since starting playing pickleball. He was shocked at how bad I was. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but
I was shocked.
Pickleball and tennis for me, there's zero compatibility. But I have decided I'm not a loser, right? I just turned off I was.
You
2 months
lost.
ago. I lost, but I'm not a loser. All right.
Okay,
I'm coming back.
So it's not going to happen again. That's what you're saying.
It's hopefully not going to happen again. It's a shame, Dylan. Dylan and I will also talk about this more on our own podcast, The Drop. But I think it's gonna be this next week when I'm back home. We're gonna play again. We're gonna play a full match. I'm not messing around. I don't want to play a set. If I
That would
lose
have
in
changed
2,
things.
we might go we might have go best of 5. I might keep adding on sets to give myself a chance. But I'm gonna train. I'm gonna be training. I'm going to get Chris Bright out there. My dad is gonna feed me forehands. I'm gonna learn how to hit a forehand again with my extreme Western grip. It might mess up my pickleball for a few days, but it's worth it, and I'm not losing.
I talked to Dylan
But I might. Dylan is
today.
really confident that he's gonna win, though.
I mean, he's rightfully so. Rightfully so. Anyway,
Oh,
I
I
talked
will
to
turn
Dylan.
off my camera again.
I talked to Dylan, and he said he told me that Anna was planning on training, probably like Anna's going to take this really seriously to beat Dylan. And Dylan said to me, "Well, Anna's trained her whole life, and we saw what happened last time. I'm not scared." Can you imagine Dylan saying that? When it came out of his mouth, I was like, "Wow, this is a level of just confidence." And I was shocked. I don't want to play Dylan. I mean, Dylan might beat me.
He
So
honestly might. Dylan might get like a game off of you or two.
he could. I mean, I wouldn't doubt him. When
You
I
can
played
serve
tennis with him,
though. You have a good serve, so.
yeah, but it was really impressive. So we're gonna change topics wildly again. This is gonna be the biggest topic change, such a subject shift that it's crazy. Matt Wright and DJ Young were traded for each other. 2 right side demons, one a little better than the other on the right, and that would be Matt. Let me know what you think about that trade, because in my opinion, I think it made the Mashers a lot better because they already are really bad at singles. So it's fine. I mean, for premier level, they're top bottom 3 at singles. So it's like, well, they're already punting singles. Maybe make themselves the
What
best
would you
doubles
consider
team they
your
could
team
be.
at singles, since you guys lost to what was consensus the worst team at singles?
Well, I would say that we were pretty good because our last Dreambreaker we played, we beat your team.
What
Anyway,
about the one before?
I don't remember. I only focus on the last one, guys. We're not thinking about the past here. So Matt Wright, in my opinion, is the best right side player in pickleball. I've said it, and
Better than Colin?
I've decided it. I think he's better than Colin at everything,
Better than
except for
Dylan?
singles. I think yes, I've decided it. I think right now Matt is better overall than Dylan.
What makes him better?
He plays the big points really well, and I think that he's tough. I think he's mentally tough. He's not going to back down. He's going to maybe bully you a little bit. If you watch the last one, North Carolina, Matt and Riley just kind of bullied J-Dub and Dylan, and they have a really good head-to-head record against J-Dub and Dylan. I mean, J-Dub and Dylan have won a couple times recently, but the head-to-head record is still really favoring Matt and Riley. So I got to give it to Matt right now. That could change. It could change when I decide to commit to the right. But for now, I think that it made the Mashers, Milwaukee, better. And I think it made Team Clean a little better. I mean, who knows, right? Team Clean they're not going to win anyways. So what do you think about that trade?
Yeah, I think that necessary from both sides. Not surprised it happened. Was kind of hoping it wouldn't happen. Because it's pretty obvious, right? It was one that made sense, right? Everyone wants Lucy and Matt together. Yeah, it makes the Mashers a lot better. I mean, Andre and DJ did okay. I mean, there's no way that you would expect that Andre and Matt would do worse, right? They should only do better. And then in mixed, now you'll have Callie playing with Andre, which I think will be good. And then you'll have Lucy and Matt together. So you essentially have like 1A, 1B mixed teams. There's not a clear number 2 mixed team. So I think it's great for them. Singles, I think, is probably like a wash pretty much between Matt and DJ, honestly, on either side. Like Matt's issue is his mobility. DJ is like decision making, and sometimes
Mine. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, like, the guy's going
DJ's
for
got a
drop
lot of
volleys.
issues in singles. His whole singles game is an issue.
Yeah, watching him against Federico was painful because he lost like every point, but I actually thought he should have won a couple of them. And then for Team Clean, I think they had to do something, right? But you're kind of in a tough spot because none of the teams that are doing particularly well want to do anything. So, but I think it was a good move. I mean, DJ is struggling a little bit in mixed right now, but him and Callie actually did well with him playing the right, and Lena likes to play the left. So I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense for both sides, but I still think the Masters came out on top. But if you're clean, you can't like necessarily not do something just because it might make another team better. You just got to do what you can, else you're going to have to
Yeah,
literally have
especially
a
if your team clean.
heroic performance. You have to be the Bay Area Breakers next season to even like have a shot at being middle of the pack. So I think it makes sense for both sides, but the Masters do look like the clear winner of the trade.
Speaking of right side players, I'm going to change the subject again. I was playing today with JW and Dylan. Dylan's down here, as I mentioned. JW is always down here. And we played with Andre Diescu. And me and Andre,
King of the APP.
the king of the APP. He dominates the APP. And me and Andre played against J-Dub and Dylan, and we went like 2-2. You know, first game, Dylan and J-Dub were asleep as always. And then I think we, went like 1-2 the next 3 games. And then I was tired. It's so hot out here. I said, okay, put me on the right. Put J-Dub on the left. I'll play with J-Dub. I'll play the right against Andre and Dylan. And Andre and Dylan were a tough team in the APP last year. So they're familiar with each other. They've done it. And I played the right, and my gosh, maybe I was born to play the right because it's also, I've got Andre Diescu in front of me, and he's been playing against APP right-siders, and he didn't know what was going on, but Andre said it himself. I think I won 27 out of 28 of our exchanges. And it's just like on the right, you can just sit back and
if it was me, though, I would have won 28 out of 28, and Andre will say that himself.
Yeah, I felt like you out there. Even took a step off the line. Doesn't matter. Bop. 2 hands sometimes. Bop. Me and J-Dub won like 11-3, 11-4. And of course, you got J-Dub to your left, so that's a lot easier. But Dylan wasn't even talking. Dylan was upset. Andre was just confused. And me and J-Dub were
Did
talking
Andre and
trash.
Dylan switch sides?
They tried, but it didn't work because, we just lit them up. Andre's using some other paddle. It's not as pop. We don't know. I don't even know if I should. I don't know. I'll just say this. It was fun. I had so much fun playing the right. It might be my next move. We might have to put Tyson on the left.
So good on the right. Like when you played with Riley, I really thought you guys should have switched sides.
I know. I don't even remember that. We're going to put Tyson. We should put Tyson on the left. Big Papa Tyson. Get on the left. I'm going to get out of your way, and I'm just going to hit backhand counters because it's fine anyway. Mixed is my best event. I just want to play mixed. In men's, I'll hang out on the right and just have fun.
Is mixed your best event because you get to play with me?
Yeah, because it's so much more fun. It's, anyways, are we ready to be normal again?
Sorry, I think such a weird mood.
Okay.
I feel so silly.
So
sorry, everyone. I've spent my whole flight on Instagram responding to my dungeon of DMs and comments. So I'm sorry, I'm a little brain fried. You may continue, James.
Yeah, don't be too nice in those DMs, okay? But anyways, it's good
I did get told I was beautiful a couple times.
Oh, well, they're not live. How could they not say that? Anyways, it's probably good that she's in a silly mood because I played like 9 hours of pickleball today. I just got caught up in it. I was playing with Dave. Me and Dave were doing dink games with no speed ups, and we just got, caught in the matrix today. So I'm pretty tired, but I'm getting it done. Speaking of Dave, Greg Dow and I and Hurricane Tyra Black, we all went out. I didn't have any drink. I don't really drink, but they were drinking, having fun, going out with everybody down there in North Carolina. We came back to Greg's place, and at like 2 a.m. or 2:30 a.m., I had the remote, and they were a little inebriated. I was like, okay, I'll control the what we watch here, And
James's life is the James Ignatowich show.
Exactly. So I put on YouTube. On their big screen, Pickleball Dave. For those who don't know, I've talked about him on every podcast, but my best friend is this guy named Dave, Davis Carvalho. He's been playing pickleball now for a year, 8 hours a day, and he's got a YouTube channel, and he's playing at such a high level. You can go to his YouTube channel. It's called Pickleball Dave. We watched all of his matches, and Greg and Tyra and even myself were just going crazy. Dave was playing heads up. He had Christian in front of him, like Anna Lee, Johnny Goldberg, just dominating. And
you too.
And me. It was hilarious. So I just want you guys to check it out. Check out his Instagram, Davis Carvalho. He just made his Instagram. He's coming to the pro game. The only problem is Anna beat him in the finals of 5-0 men's once. And that's
It's hard to have respect after you've done that to
scarred him.
a man.
Scarred me, you know. But
It's hard.
I don't know. I mean, there's film of that too for the people that want to see. Anna Bright and Georgia Johnson going against Dave and Jericho in the finals of 5-0 men's doubles. That's something that we don't even want to talk about. But let's get into this one, this last one. So Matt and Riley, they won the PPA Gold, and they beat J-Dub and Dylan in the final. And they said that after the last tournament, which they lost to JW and Dylan in the final, they said they had a heart-to-heart. Do you think we should have a heart-to-heart? Because it clearly is working. Can you imagine a Riley and Matt heart-to-heart? What that even is?
Honestly, I kind of can't. Yeah, there were probably tears shed. Do we need to have a heart-to-heart?
We didn't win.
We didn't win. I mean, we haven't won since Red Rock. So do you want to have a heart-to-heart right now?
I think we should have a heart-to-heart right now.
Okay.
I think you need to take over. Put me on the right and just take over.
During our match against Annalie and Jack, Dane Gingrich texted me that I needed to put you on the right.
I know.
Shout out Dane.
Well, I mean, either way, it is what it is.
I think that maybe you need to speak a little more Spanish.
I think that's what it is. I think I need
to fires me up.
I know. And I don't even speak Spanish, but when I get out there, it's
everyone knows you don't speak Spanish.
Venga, vamos, sí. It just gets me in that zone. It gets me locked in. I feel like I'm Pablo Tellez, and that's how I want to feel at all times. Anybody but Federico Staksrud.
The best thing, everyone, about James speaking Spanish is it's not only does he like, sí, venga, when he hits a good shot, he'll say it like quietly to himself and to me. He'll be like, vamos, vamos, like before he serves. And I'm just like, well, what is happening right now? What has happened to my boyfriend? The only one. Another one is that he's started saying recently is like, let's be warriors. Like, be a warrior.
I gotta find out like what be a warrior is in Spanish. That's what I gotta do. And then I'll just say that. And nobody will know what I'm saying except Federico and Pablo.
It's so funny though. Like the first time he did the warrior thing, I think was in Austin. And I was just like,
I was talking to myself.
No, you said to me, you said, let's be warriors. And I was like,
yeah. No, it was me in my own mind. I was talking to myself.
I'm with you. So funny. Yeah. So I can't, it's just going to be so fun. Cause I'm sure like in 2 tournaments, you're going to have a new thing. What are you going to, maybe you'll be barking to yourself, like not a time to be like, be that dog. Let the dog out, Jimmy. Let the dog out.
Let the dog
out, Anna.
The dog's in. The dog is in. We'll see if
it's going to be something different every few months. It's going to be great.
You know what? Let's end it there. That's the perfect way to end this podcast. I'm going to go have some Indian food. I got it Uber Eats.
You got a room?
I did. I had no choice. Okay. See ya. Bye.
Bye, everyone.